Assalamu alaikum to all of my students. Hope you all are fine. Today I am going to discuss the concept of gross national product. As in previous lecture, I discussed gross domestic product. Gross gross domestic product. As I tell you, it is the market value of final goods and services produced in an economy during an accounting year. But it's as gross domestic, meaning within the boundaries, within the country, not outside the country. Today we will read gross national product. Gross gross national product means at national level, outside the boundaries, domestic boundaries. Gross national product. There are two flows, mainly inflow and outflow. Inflow and outflow. Outflow. What we mean inflow and outflow? Meaning income received from abroad, income received from abroad, income paid to abroad, income paid to abroad, paid to abroad, paid to abroad. Income received from abroad means as some factors work outside the country, like labor. Some laborers did not work in his own country, but they find a job outside the country and they earn outside the country. When they earn, like salary, yes, salary, wages, and they send it to their own family. Means when they earn money in the form of salary and they send it to their own family, means that comes in income received from abroad. Means we did not know how many laborers, but we take approximately value that income received from abroad. How many labor class, how many laborers are working outside the class? We did not know, but we take approximately ratio that we write income received from abroad. Income paid abroad means some foreigners work in our country. Like as I will give example, just like in Kashmir, most of the yes workforce work outside the country in foreign countries, as foreigners work in our country in India. When foreigners work in our country, when they earn after earning like salary or wages, they provide a return back to their own family. That we call income paid to abroad. When we subtract income received from abroad minus income paid to abroad, we get net factor payment. We get net factor payment. फॉर एग्जाम्पल JNK के बहुत सारे लोग जो बाहर की कंट्री में काम कर रहे हैं, जैसे सऊदी अरबिया में काम कर रहे हैं, यहाँ बहुत सारे लोग लाइक यस बिहार के लोग, मोस्टली बिहार के लोग JNK में काम कर रहे हैं. मैंने यहाँ के लोग जो सऊदी अरबिया में काम कर रहे हैं वो अपनी सैलरी अपने घर फैमिली वालों को भेज रहे हैं. दैट विल कम अंडर इनकम रिसीव्ड फ्रॉम अब्रॉड. बिहार के लोग जो JNK में काम कर रहे हैं, that income will, their salary, their wage will come income paid to abroad. They send their salary or wage to their family. When we subtract income received from abroad, income paid to abroad, we will get net factor payment. And when we add this, net factor payment to gross domestic product. When we, yes, when we add gross domestic product, when we add net factor payment, we will get gross national product. We will get gross national product. At national level. Means gross domestic product means final value of goods and service within the country, that this is outside the country. Means income, yes, income received from abroad, subtract minus income paid abroad. When we subtract them, we will get net factor payment. When we add net factor payment to gross domestic product, we will get gross national product. Then yes, there is another two key concepts: net domestic product. Yes, net domestic product. What we call net domestic product? Gross domestic product. Gross domestic product minus depreciation. That we call net domestic product. Then we deduct depreciation. Depreciation means decrease in the value of an asset. Decrease in the value of an asset. Decrease in the value of an asset. Value of an asset. Value of an asset. Decrease in the value of an asset. That we call depreciation. Means when we deduct depreciation from the gross domestic product, we will get net domestic product. Similarly, when we deduct, second is net national product. Means when we deduct gross national product, when we deduct depreciation, value of depreciation, we will get net national product. Generally, when we bought any good or service, only after using it 1 month or 2, its value depreciates. That value, when we sell it to other person, second person, third person, definitely its value will be decreasing. That value we deduct, that we call depreciation value. And that is not counted in gross domestic product. First, that will be subtracted. Then we get gross domestic product. Similarly, gross national product, we deduct depreciation, value of an asset. Then we will get net national product. Similarly, there are other two concepts like gross domestic product factor of cost and gross domestic product market price. Like first one, gross domestic product. As I tell in previous lecture, I tell you, when there is no government intervention, rent, wage, and profit. Rent, wage, interest, and profit. That are considered cost of the. These are considered as cost of the factors of production. And that are the factors of cost. That means factors of cost, factor cost, without the government intervention. That we call factor cost. Like land rent. Are you right? Land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. As land we have rent, labor, wages, capital, interest, entrepreneur profit. When we get these are factor costs, as land cost of land is rent, cost of labor is wages, cost of capital is interest. That is why I tell here, gross domestic is a market value of final goods and produced in the country during accounting year. When this includes cost, factor cost of factors like rent, wage, interest, and profit. Means gross domestic product factor cost means factor cost without government intervention. And government intervention take place. Government intervention generally take place, as I tell you in previous lecture. The intervention when government impose tax, when government provides subsidies. Tax imposed upon producers and households, consumers, subsidies provided to producers. Subsidies. When we add, when we add tax to gross domestic product and subtract subsidies, we will get gross domestic product at market price. And now it is government intervention. Government imposes tax upon goods and service and provides subsidies. When we add tax to the government gross domestic product at factor cost, we add tax minus subsidies. We will get gross domestic product at market price. Market price stands. It stands intervention of the government. Factor cost, there is no intervention of the government. As previously I tell you, without intervention of government, we will call factor cost. But when government intervene in the form of when they impose tax, provide subsidies, then we will get gross domestic product market price. I think it's enough for today. There are other 2-3 key concepts: personal income, disposable income, that I will take in next class. Till that time, hope for the best. Take care. Thanks. Have a nice day.